Okay, this is video number 6. Hopefully you've been practicing and moving your lips and getting better. Please listen to the statement. I got really wet walking home in the rain last night. I had no umbrella. I got really wet walking home in the rain last night. I had no umbrella. I got really wet walking home in the rain last night. I had no umbrella. Please listen to the questions. What happened? What were they doing? When were they walking home? Why did they get really wet? Did they have an umbrella? They got really what? They got really wet when? They had no what? They got really wet doing what? They were walking where? Why didn't they use an umbrella? Why didn't they have an umbrella? Did they forget their umbrella? They could have forgotten their umbrella, couldn't they? Did they know it was going to rain? They got really wet, didn't they? They didn't have an umbrella, did they? They had an umbrella, didn't they? They were walking home this evening, weren't they? They must have forgotten their umbrella, mustn't they? It was last night that they got really wet, wasn't it? Did this happen today? How wet did they get? Please listen to the answers and remember to always repeat. Remember to move your lips. This activity is designed for you to practice speaking. What happened? They got really wet walking home in the rain last night. What were they doing? They were walking home. When were they walking home? They were walking home last night. Why did they get really wet? They got really wet because they didn't have an umbrella. Did they have an umbrella? No, they didn't. They didn't have an umbrella. They got really what? They got really wet. They got really wet when? Last night. They had no what? They had no umbrella. They got really wet doing what? Walking home. They were walking where? They were walking home. Why didn't they use an umbrella? They didn't have one. Because they didn't have one. Why didn't they have an umbrella? I don't know why they didn't have one. Did they forget their umbrella? I don't know if they forgot their umbrella. They could have forgotten their umbrella, couldn't they? Yes, they could have. They could have forgotten it. Did they know it was going to rain? I don't know if they knew it was going to rain. They got really wet, didn't they? Yes, they did. They got really wet. They didn't have an umbrella, did they? No, they didn't. They didn't have an umbrella. They had an umbrella, didn't they? No, they didn't. They didn't have an umbrella. They were walking home this evening, weren't they? No, they weren't. They were walking home last night. They must have forgotten their umbrella, mustn't they? I don't know. They could have. It was last night that they got really wet, wasn't it? Yes, it was. It was last night. Did this happen today? No, it didn't. It happened last night. How wet did they get? They got really wet.